Ever ask yourself, why isn't my photography good enough yet? After years judging bird photos for international photo contests, I realized my great gray owl photo felt technically fine, yet emotionally hollow. So in this video, I'm going to show you a simple 5-step process that effortlessly creates inspired, award-worthy photos no matter how busy your life is, with a free downloadable PDF guide below. So, what's this game-changing process? Well, it goes like this. The Great Gray Owl eruption finally happened after over 10 years, and dozens of them showed up in Minnesota. But I missed the peak. And by the time I was free for 5 days, my friends said, "It's too late. You missed it. Most owls had migrated back north." But I kept thinking, what if they're wrong? I had 5 days free and a Sony A1 Mark II that had been sitting untouched in the corner for months. I was exhausted, 40 hours with no sleep, but I decided to take a red-eye flight to Minnesota. It was supposed to be a smooth 2 hours drive from Minneapolis to the owl location. I drove into a snowstorm. My windshield was covered with truck spray. I had to roll down the window just to let snow hit my face and stay awake. I finally arrived at the sighting spot. The owls were still there, but the condition was tough. Day 1, I didn't see any owls. Day 2, windstorm, owls were sleeping and hiding. Day 3, I saw an owl landed very close on a fence post. I lifted the camera and I lowered it again. They don't tell you this in gear reviews or camera manuals, but contest judges, editors, viewers, they all feel it when something artificial breaks the wilderness illusion, pulling viewers back into civilization and draining the image of its magic. So step 1, avoid man-made purchase at all cost. Final morning. After all I've been through, I was still dreaming of a great gray owl in snowfall. But no snow was forecast. The sky was clear. Most photographers focused on one owl perched nicely close to us, but something else caught my eye. Another owl further away, smaller, backlit, natural perch. Not ideal, but it had potential. So I shifted position, placing the sun at my 11 o'clock. I dialed exposure down, underexposing just a touch. I knew if I blew out those whites, the magic would vanish, and editors and judges hate blown out highlights, even just a tiny bit. So I set wide open at f4, 1600 of a second, ISO 800. So step 2, underexpose to protect the details in backlit. So I wrote down those 5-step summary. You can grab the free PDF in the link below. So suddenly through my viewfinder, I saw something unexpected. It was hard to make out clearly because everything was backlit. But oh my God, it began snowing, backlit by the sun. Snowfall on a sunny day was something I'd never imagined. But the owl was looking away, still no shot. And worse, the background had distracting, blurry branches. I knew the snowfall was fleeting. You know that feeling when you've got 10 seconds to make everything click, and you know the opportunity is slipping away unless you move fast. With distractions, there was no photo. They say wildlife photography is about patience, but they forget it's also about decisiveness. I had to move. So I grabbed my tripod, camera and lens, wrapped in my arm, and rushed 10 feet left. The distractions slid out of the frame, and the composition became clean. All I needed was to place the owl on the lower right and waited for the owl to look at my direction instead of away or towards the right for the composition to work. So step 3, composition, move for visual flow. You don't take the winning photo by standing still, you take it by moving with intention. I refocused on the owl and waited. Then the owl turned his head. That was it. I clicked and I got this photo. A few seconds later, the snowfall stopped. After 10 long years, I finally had a great gray owl photo I was truly happy about. Not ideal, but it's a start. At the end, the owl took flight and I captured some backlit action shots like this one and another one with a head turn. And I also got some other okay ones like this, an incoming flight shot, another flight shot with a nice color background, and this one, a landing shot, and one close-up with a golden background. Most of these shots I shot with manual exposure at ISO 800, f4 at 2000 of a second. But the perched owl in the falling snow and backlit, that's still my favorite. Maybe you've been chasing that one shot for years. Maybe you've spent tens of thousands, gone on all the trips, and you're still wondering what's missing. You don't need more gear or more field time. You need a better system for seeing the shot before it happens. I wrote down the 5 steps I used. You can grab them free in the link below. The gurus want you to think that this is all about luck or time in the field or having the best lenses, but it's not. Great photos aren't found. They are seen differently. Now you know one critical piece of getting a great bird photo, but if you missed the perfect metering method, your shot still won't achieve the highest quality. So click here to watch the next video.